Lizzy Musi made impacts in the fast-paced world of drag racing. She was a courageous racer who set records and controlled the track. But after receiving a stage 4 triple-negative breast cancer diagnosis, her life took an unimaginable turn. The diagnosis wasn't merely a test, it was a relentless battle that pushed her physical limits. Along with challenging treatments, Lizzy had personal heartbreaks and tragic accidents as her disease worsened. She refused to let the tragedy define her, however, and fought back with the same fiery will that made her a champion in spite of the overwhelming odds. In addition to being a well-known personality among Street Outlaws fans, Lizzy Musi is an enigmatic competitor in the thrilling sport of drag racing. Pro Nitrous is a brave racer that is passionate about racing. But at this pivotal point in her career, the stakes are higher than ever. To understand how she reached here, we have to go back to where she came from. On January 1, 1991, Elizabeth Patricia Musi was born in a small suburb of New Jersey. She was destined to be a wonderful woman. Her name may not have meant much in the racing world at the time, but it will shortly. While many children spent their days playing with games, Lizzy was surrounded by horsepower and racing legends. Her father, Pat Musi, was already well known in drag racing due to his good name for building some of the most powerful engines on the track. Her mother Elizabeth, who grew up racing on the streets of Stockholm, Sweden, brought a multinational flair to the family. Lizzy was raised in a very unique way. Growing up in North Carolina, she was surrounded by the racing industry from a young age. The family's conversations were often about horsepower and strategy, creating an environment where a love of cars was not only accepted but expected. Pat Musi's workshop became a second home to Lizzy, where she learned to appreciate the intricate details of engines and racing. These early lessons focused on accuracy, dedication, and the understanding that every tiny detail matters for track success. They involved more than just fixing. She began her education at Carter High School in New Jersey, where she excelled academically and received an honors diploma upon graduating. While all of her classmates were planning their college careers, Lizzy's destiny was already set. Instead of pursuing a formal degree, she opted for a hands-on education with Pat Musi Racing Engines. She started at the bottom and was tasked with maintaining the equipment's functionality and the workshop's cleanliness. It wasn't a glamorous start, but it did lay the groundwork for her work ethic. Under her father's guidance, Lizzy began to learn more about the mechanics of engine construction. Pat Musi was a rigorous coach who was renowned for his decades of experience and systematic approach. At the age of 16, Lizzy began racing competitively. Although it was a time of success, it also tested her talent and bravery. Her family's support was unwavering, and she received encouragement from both her father and grandfather. Her debut was not without its challenges. Instead of ending with an early crash, her promising career turned out to be a turning point. Lizzy walked out of the crash with a renewed sense of purpose. As Lizzy's career progressed, she began to move out of her father's shadow. She became well known for her audacious plan and her ability to remain composed under pressure. Every race was an occasion for her to show off, and she rarely let people down. Pat Musi's influence on Lizzy's career cannot be overstated. Pat had dominated drag racing since the late 1960s and was regarded as a legend in his own right. Pat had considerably higher expectations and aspirations. Lizzy, however, rose to the occasion and learned the racing mechanics as well as the mindset needed to succeed in such a competitive field. Along the road, there have been difficulties. In racing, resilience is just as crucial as speed. Lizzy has had her fair share of setbacks, from technical issues to intense competition. However, each obstacle has only strengthened her resolve. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, pro-modified racing evolved into one of the most exciting and competitive motorsport scenes. Pat Musi thrived in this challenging environment. Although he won championship after championship, his work in the background was what truly shaped him as a fighter. Pat's engines were legendary because they combined revolutionary power with unmatched durability. These engines were fast, but they also revolutionized the game. Racers came to Musi for his expertise from all around the world. Pat's influence went beyond his ability to win games. His reputation as a pioneer in engine design revolutionized drag racing. His nomination into the NMCA Hall of Fame in 2018 was not surprising considering his outstanding contributions to the sport. But more than the accolades and the awards, Pat's true legacy lies in the countless races he trusted. Musi-powered vehicles became well known on regional tracks and at international competitions, setting records and extending the boundaries of what was conceivable on the racetrack. Rather than only being an inspiration, Lizzy Musi viewed her father's influence as a foundation. Growing up in the bustling environment of Pat's engine shop, Lizzy was introduced to the world of racing mechanics at an early age. Lizzy's deep understanding of the mechanics underlying her auto sets her apart from her friends. She wasn't just a driver, she was a racer who knew a great deal about the machines she operated. With this information, her natural aptitude, and her father's mentoring, she accomplished extraordinary things. Lizzy's triumph in 2018 as the first female PDRA Pro Nitros winner symbolized not only her talent, but also the Musi family's ongoing strength. Pat not only taught Lizzy and her sister Patricia how to race, but he also gave them a strong work ethic and a desire to succeed. Her breakthrough year was 2014, when she was named the PDRA Rookie of the Year. When she won her first national title at the inaugural PDRA event in Virginia that year, she created controversy. But Lizzy was doing more than just winning, she was breaking down barriers. With an amazing 3.79-second run at 248 miles per hour, she broke the 200 miles per hour barrier and set a new record in 8th mile pro mod racing. Lizzy's accomplishments extended beyond the United States. By competing and winning in the Middle East's pro-modified division, she demonstrated her abilities on a worldwide level, which increased her appeal. But Lizzy was not content to rest on her laurels. By combining her business acumen with her racing career, she launched her own clothing brand and cemented her reputation as a multifaceted personality in motorsports. Because of her remarkable physical talent and business energy, she became a role model for aspiring racers, particularly young women who wanted to compete in the male-dominated sport of drag racing. Musi's impact can be observed in the media and entertainment industry outside of the track. Lizzy's charm and talent attracted television producers, and she soon appeared on popular shows like Street Outlaws, Gone Girl, and Street Outlaws, No Prep Kings. Lizzy's perseverance after multiple collisions demonstrated her everlasting commitment to her favorite sport. She also starred in the documentaries Adrenaline and Street Outlaws to further popularize her story. In late 2022, Lizzy was diagnosed with stage 4 triple-negative breast cancer, which was one of the most challenging challenges of her life. After discovering the mass that resulted in the diagnosis, her life would never be the same. Lizzy and Kai Kelly, her boyfriend, broke the news and spoke openly about her struggle and the future in an emotional YouTube video. Despite the severity of her condition, Lizzy battled with the same determination that had defined her racing career. In April 2023, she began chemotherapy at MD Anderson with the support of her family, friends, and a loyal fan base. Throughout her journey, Lizzy emphasized the importance of mental health with the same tenacity and positivity that had helped her succeed on the track. Her openness about her diagnosis and treatment inspired countless others going through similar struggles, so her impact extended far beyond the racing world. Lizzy Musi, a prominent personality in the drag racing sector, has not only achieved financial success but also built an excellent online presence. An estimated $2 million is her net worth. Her lavish lifestyle, particularly her exquisite collection of high-end luxury vehicles, is a reflection of her financial success. Every car tells a story of dedication, hard work, and an unrelenting determination to succeed. This collection transcends mere luxury and acts as a visual representation of the noteworthy accomplishments she has made throughout her career. Her platforms feature a range of her professional achievements, personal moments, and behind-the-scenes glimpses into her life. Her honesty and relatability have helped her build a loyal fan base that supports her racing career as well as her business endeavors. Her business ventures extend beyond the racecourse, targeting various markets that enhance her brand. By diversifying her revenue streams through joint ventures, sponsorship deals, and item sales, Lizzy has ensured a stable financial future. Lizzy Musi is not just a racer, but also a brand, an inspiration, and a businesswoman. She used tenacity, passion, and wise judgment to get from the racetrack to financial success. It reminds you that if you have the right mix of talent and business sense, you can turn your passion into a lucrative career. The story of Lizzy Musi is one of ingenuity, tradition, and unrelenting perseverance. Pat's groundbreaking contributions to drag racing laid the foundation for a new era of competition, while Lizzy's historic victories and public battles have motivated a new generation. Collectively, they represent a dynasty rather than just a family, one that has left a lasting impression on the sport they love. As they move on, the Musi name remains a symbol of excellence, resilience, and the steadfastness of family in the face of adversity.